Hi everybody, my name is Shannon and welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. If you're new here today, it's a good day. Look, I got mail. Yeah, so my channel is about yarn, knitting, crocheting, sometimes some storytelling and having fun. I hope you join me and stay a while. And if you're a returning viewer, I greatly appreciate you being here and supporting me and joining me and hitting the like button and the subscribe button and all the other things that YouTube says I'm supposed to ask you about. All right, well, that's enough of that, right? So I got this package in the mail. Look at this. I'm excited. So pretty sure I know what's in here, right? I ordered it. This is something that I've always wanted and didn't really want the price, right? You know, because some yarns are more expensive than others. That's a good way to put it, right? Some of them feel like they're a car payment. Not really, but yeah, pretty close. So I got this. It came out of somebody else's stash, so they owned it and loved it and passed it on. That's a good way to put it, right? I did pay for it with my own money, but I did not pay full retail price. I got some cute little scissors. Have you seen these things? Look at this, right? Have you seen these? These little tiny scissors like that? They look like little eyeglasses. Got them off of Amazon. I absolutely love them. Whatever. But I think they're fun. Gotta keep them away from the grandkids because they do something like this and they'll stab themselves with them and they can hurt themselves. And kids love scissors. So yeah, here's my little scissors. These are fantastic to put in whatever travel bag that you have. You know, just collapse them down, put them in your travel bag, take them with you. It's not a scissors commercial, but I'm using them. So here we go. Let me dig into here with my little tiny baby scissors and not cut any of the yarns and everything that are inside. All right. It's like an operation, little surgery action going on over here. Well, especially, you know, because I mean, look how well it's taped and everything. You know, I want to get into it, but I don't want to trim any of the little threads, right? Because it is yarn. I mean, you could always splice it back together, but I don't like the ends that I have to weave in anyway. Although I have gotten a lot better. They don't bother me like they used to. Not necessarily bothered, but you know, some portions of your knitting or crocheting you're better at than others, and some portions you could use a little work. And weaving in my ends was just never the most fun. That's all. All right, so it's in another bag. I'm trying to pull it out. Okay, let's see. What is this? Can't wait to see what you create with this. No kidding. So I appreciate the fact that it's been double bagged, you know, just in case any elements or anything get a hold of it. They didn't, but I do apologize again for the rustling because it is in 2 plastic bags. Had no idea. I mean, you saw me open it. So this is a bag of Rowan Kidsilk Haze. Look at that. I don't know if you've used it before. I haven't. I've seen it. I've seen it in lots of different projects. Sorry about that. Oh. Needless to say, I did not get the haircut. I'm letting it go. I think I needed to maybe get the bangs taken care of. But anyway, so with the Rowan Kidsilk Haze, I've seen it in a lot of different things. This is seriously fine, tiny stuff, but it's the halo that makes it to where it's considered a bigger yarn than what it is. I'll read the specs to you. 25 grams. This is a lightweight little donut cake, right? So it's made of super kid mohair. I don't normally use mohair. It's not that I don't like it. I have 3 dogs and normally, you know, shedding and you're getting hair into things, you can't get it out of mohair and things like that. So I normally stay away from it, but I really wanted to use some. So 25 grams. And let's see, this is 70% mohair and 30% silk. So the composition is really nice. There's no doubt about that. Let me see on the yardage. That one, it's covered with a tag. Let's see on this one, hand wash, but you know, a lot of your finer fibers are hand wash. Oh, it says low iron. The do not bleach, as Erin from Crafting Kitty would say, no triangles. Let's see. Where's the yardage? All right, well, I will find it on one of the other ones then, I guess. Are we really not gonna, Rowan? Are we not gonna tell me the yardage? I think it's 200 and some odd yards for the 25 grams, but I could be very wrong on that too. Let me see if I can find it easily on one of the others. It's like, come on. All right, 230 yards. So 230 yards, 25 grams. That tells you how lightweight it is. Generally, as an example, like a ball of sock yarn, 100-gram ball of sock yarn like this that just happens to be sitting there, right? That right there, 100-gram ball. That's like 437 yards. Yeah, 437 yards, 100 grams. So you divide that fingering weight. You divide that down by, 25 grams. You're going to have a little over 100 yards, right, of a fingering weight. So this tells you how much smaller this is. So this is definitely in that lace weight category. So I have this bag of different colors. I don't even know all the colors that I have, and I don't remember how many of them. So I've got 3 of these. Let me pull them out. Try not to rustle that bag any more than I have to, because it's a noisy little thing. Okay, well, I've got ooh, I am loving this. Look at all these greens. Look at that. There's 4 of them right there with the green. And let me see, what are my other colors? So I've got a bunch of different colors in here. Again, I apologize. I'm really trying not to make that, because I know there's definitely times when I'm listening to other people's stuff on crinkling, and it's horrible. Oh, we got a random ball of yarn too. Cool. All right. So I've got 2 of this. So 2 of a nice cream colored ecru white. These were originally bought at Lamb Shop, which is a yarn store here in Colorado, for $15.50. That's what that price tag has on it. I did pay for these. I did not pay that much for these. I believe I paid $50 for all of these. So I'm happy about that. So there you go. Someone got to clean out their stash of things that they were no longer interested in. I got a bunch of yarn that I was interested in. So I've got the 2 of the white, 2 of the red. Isn't that pretty? I'm excited. Oh my goodness. This is exciting to me. It really is. And I'll show you some other things I'm looking at. 4 of this color blue. It's a little bit different than this one. So I've got 3 of this one, 4 of that one. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff here. Okay. And then I dropped the other one, but I've got 4 of these. So I got quite a few. That's nice. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 15. So 15 balls, $50. I'm good with that. I also have in this bag, I don't think I expected this. Look at that. Zitrine. I've used some of their yarns before. This was also a Lamb Shop, originally $10.50. This is made in Germany. Love my German yarns. 100% merino extra fine wool. It's a superwash. Yardage on this, 50 grams, 155 meters. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. So that's really nice. So color is teal. I'm liking that. So I think that was a bonus thing. And what else is this in here? Okay, I have Grand McAlpine Stole. This beautiful stole is a modern take on the Grand McAlpine clan tartan. Oh my goodness. Okay, so look at this. Now, I'm not a betting person necessarily, but what do you want to bet that whatever this person had in mind, this is the kit for it? I bet that it's going to say, you need 15. What do you think? Let's see. Size, one size fits all. Finished measurements, width is 13 inches. Length is 76.5 inches, which, cracks me up, right? 76.5 inch. Because you're going to really notice that half inch when you make something that's 76 inches long. Anyway, maybe that's just me. Probably is. I think that's funny. All right, so it's saying, let's see, pattern notes, knit pearl. Where's the yarn that they're telling you to use? Like I said, oh yeah, it does say the Kidsilk Haze, so that's what this is. And it's saying 4422. Yep, this is a kit. Oh my goodness, I have a kit. So if I choose to, I can make that gorgeous tartan with these colors. I have the full kit. Somebody spent a lot of money on this. That's really cool. I like that. So that's an option. But one of the things that I was getting it for that I thought, look, I even have the original receipt. Okay. Woo, that person spent a lot of money that day. Holy cow. I got a receipt for $400. I did not spend $400. I spent $50. But what I was looking at for this, since I didn't realize that was a kit, and, you know, looking at that too, if I'm not interested in that, is a lot of the sweaters that I've seen, you'll use the Rowan Kidsilk Haze as a carry thread, as a secondary, and it gives more volume, right? And it looks so pretty, and it makes such a beautiful garment. Well, I was thinking, what do I have in my stash that would be a good carry for some of these? Now, with the yardage and everything and the different colors, it'd be striped, right? You know, I would do something striped. It's not something that I would want to do like a Fair Isle or an Intarsia or something like that, but it would be a gorgeous stripe. And how do I want to do that? And very similar to, you know, this is obviously a stripe-ish, right? You know, like that, right? You're putting the colors in a different manner. But what would my carry thread be? So I was looking through some stuff, and I have some Jagerspun, starts with a J, right? Sounds like a Y, silk yarn. So this is what it looks like when you get it in the hank, this gorgeous purple. I wouldn't use the purple, but I'm showing this to you so you can see the definition, or, you know, how are you going to put it, right? I mean, you can really see how pretty this is. This is a zero lace weight, right? This has, for this right here is 1,120 yards. Now, if I had a couple of these, I don't have the one of the purple, but if I had two of the purple, I might consider that. And, you know, if I liked the way the colors work together, I wouldn't really want to mix the purple with those. Not necessarily as like a carry thread. I think especially like that green, it would look a little odd, but that gives you an idea. This right here is 100 grams and it is 1,120 yards. So that tells you how tiny that is, right? Let me see if I can pull out just one thread but you can see how small that is. So you'd carry this, something like this, with the other stuff, and it would make about a fingering weight, and then you follow a fingering weight type of a pattern. I have this in a cone, and that's why I wanted to show you this, right? So I do have this color, and I have this gorgeous brown color with that particular yarn, and it is this 50% silk and, what did I say? 50% wool, 50% silk, gentle hand wash. It is gorgeous. It's stunning. If you do lace work, definitely give it a try. But I have a cone. Look at this. So I have this beautiful cream colored cone. This is the same as that. That's why I pulled the skeins out, because that looks prettier than it does on the cone. You're like, yeah, it's a cone of whatever, right? I can't tell. I don't know how many yards I have on this. It's heavy. You saw 100 grams is 1,100 yards. I've got enough of this. I can do something crazy with this. So I could do that sweater, find a fingering weight sweater with simple lines. Let the yarn do the talking, right? Do simple lines, maybe a slight raglan, or, you know, find something else as a template if I don't find something exactly like I want it, and stripe. Use one strand of the yarns, figure out how I want to do a striping pattern, and one strand of this. And if I didn't want to go as small as this being a lace weight, and I wanted something a little bit larger and have it with that same being able to mix, right? The blending, you would want a neutral, or I would want a neutral to go with all of those colors. You know, if I wanted to and had a black, it might be interesting, right? But I like that idea of that neutral and let the yarn do the thing. I also have this, which is along the same lines, but it's a fingering weight. So it's a little bit bigger, and then add that lace weight and everything into it, and it'd be the same concept. So this is Haiku Madrona, and it feels amazing. So this is a 30% baby alpaca, 30% merino wool, 20% bamboo viscose, and 20% nylon. It says easy wash treated for machine washability. Now, if I mixed it, I'd still have to hand wash it, because the Rowan Kidsilk Haze is definitely hand wash. And if I put that much work and effort into the sweater, I would want to hand wash it anyway, just in case. Even if they say machine wash, you're spending a lot of hours. You really are. You want it to last as long as it possibly can. So this right here for the 100 grams is 402 yards. So it is definitely thicker. It's a nice fingering weight to go along with any one of those lace weights. But that's why I bought the yarn, is I have that in my head of doing that fancy Rowan sweater that I've seen for so many years, and I just didn't want to pay the price. Yes, I've spent that much on yarn before. I have. I just, until I was ready to start it, I'm trying to get a little better, just a little bit better, right? On just splurging and getting yarns. I mean, I did spend $50 on it, but you saw the price tags, $15.50 each. I spent $50 for 15 of them. I'm good with that. And, you know, in reality, if I didn't like the colors, I like the colors, but if I didn't like all the colors and I wanted a different pop to go with some of these, I could go spend full price on 2 or 3 balls of yarn to blend in with what I have, you know, and still come out ahead and still come out with some really good savings. So I justified it in my head. We all do our own little mental gymnastics to justify things. That was mine. It might not make sense to anyone else, but that was mine. And those were some of the ideas that I'm looking at to use. Either, like you said, this. Now I only have the one of this, so I would have to go back and get more, which of course is another expense. But I do have this already in my stash. And then it would just be a matter of doing a swatch, seeing how light and airy. You don't use tiny needles with this stuff, by the way. You really don't. What does it recommend? I mean, it probably recommends like a 1 to a 5 or a 6, depending on what you're making, if it even recommends. Let's see. Does it? Does it? All right. So yeah, the crazy part on this is it says a US size 3 to an 8. Yeah, a US size 3 to an 8 for your knitting. UK is 10 to 6, but I don't understand the UK. If you're in the UK, you know what I'm talking about. So they're recommending that, and that right there, they're saying you're getting 18 to 25 stitches for 4 inches. So that's working up at a very nice gauge. I normally look at about 22 stitches being about a worsted weight in a size 8. You know, so you're getting some really good stitches on that. This is meant to be bigger needles, light and airy, not a, wow, I've got this really, really tiny yarn and it's going to take me, you know, hundreds and hundreds of stitches to get a 1 square inch. That's not what this is designed for. So use your larger needles. Small yarn, that's right. I'm trying to get you guys interested in trying that small yarn. Small yarn, big needles makes a statement. A light, fluffy, flowy, airy piece. That's what you're going for with this. So I thought it was great. I'm excited. I have way too many projects going right now, and way too many as I pull out more yarns, as new opportunities. This was an opportunity that fell in my lap. Just couldn't say no. New opportunities show up and everything. My list gets longer and longer. The advantage that this has, it's already wound, right? I don't have to wind it. It's not on a hank. This already wound. There you go. It would just be a matter of figuring out what striping type of a pattern I wanted to do and do a swatch, right? I do gauge swatches to an extent. I do. Gauge swatches can also lie, you know, when you're measuring it, especially something this big and fluffy and airy. You can make it too big, too small, whatever. You can work it out. It's okay. So I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys enjoyed this journey and at least hearing and seeing what my thought process is and how I come up with different projects. I've really enjoyed this. I think by showing you, especially on my Saturday videos that I like to do, the stash diving Saturday or like my kits, right? Oh, look, here's a kit that I didn't know existed. I'm enjoying that because it's helping me to love what I have even more, because it's here, it's bought, it's paid for, it's in my room. Why not love it? But it's helping me to see things through a different set of eyes. And you're all helping me to do that, whether you realize it or not. And hopefully I'm giving that gift back to you. And you're able to look at whatever you have. It doesn't matter. Look at it through different eyes. That what can that be? It might not be the yarn that's called for. So what? that doesn't matter. You know, maybe you're not using the yarn that's called for because it's not local, it's not regional. You know, finances, hello, this is expensive. You know, it doesn't matter what the reason is. You can come up with something else and make it uniquely yours. And that's what I hope that this is like a collaboration with both of us, that you're doing this at home while I'm doing this with you. So we're a team. We got this. It's okay. It's a good thing. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. You have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. Bye-bye.